My name is Retno Dwiyanti. I will present my research with the group final exam with constructivist learning theory as a solution to overcome the situations of students losing interest in learning after the exam. The introduction of my research. When talking the exam, there are many things you need to prepare, including self-preparation. The preparation required is mental, physical, and emotional preparation. Good preparation can help students feel more confident when taking tests. Exam results can also be adjusted to set preparation goals before the exam is held. What should be noted is that after the exam, students do not reduce their studying as much as before the final exam. This problem proves that there are still many students studying for the exam rather than using the exam as study materials. According to research results, 93.5% of students admit to cheating in exam. Most students take the exam 1 till 5 times and are not allowed to retake it by the teacher. The most common form of academic cheating is asking friends about the most common cheating behaviors. Other academic frauds committed by students include taking small notes, opening the internet with cell phones, and possessing books. Supervision by teacher is good, but there are still loopholes for students to take advantage of the cheat. To avoid adverse events during the final exam, good design is needed to reduce students' test anxiety levels. Frauds such as cheating can be avoided if the final exam is well designed with a grouping system. It is hoped that designing the test according to constructive learning theory will have a lasting effect in promoting students' interest in learning. This research is really needed as a solution to design the final exam with a system that suits the needs of students. Student needs and achieving learning goals is one to test of preparing quality human resources for the country's development. Improvement in education can be done by assessing education through examinations. Basically, most students feel nervous before taking an exam. Additionally, exams are something that students feel because they fear not being able to pass the exam they are about to take. The method of my research is qualitative approach with library research. And the results my result is of this study show that well-designed and appropriate final group assessment can be a solution to increase students' learning interest, especially after exams. Group assessment also reduces student anxiety during the final assessment processes. With the new concept of final group assessment without forgetting the success indicators designed in the assessment, it can be used as a solution to increase students' interest in learning. The new concept of final group assessment also allows students to face assessment without undue anxiety because each individual can complement the other's respective strengths. The discussion of my research is the final exam can be used as a basic for decision making. The test is intended to see whether the child is successful academically. This testing habit is equipped with behaviors learning, which emphasizes practice and equalization of the abilities of all students. Behavior theory encourages students to fill in their homework notebooks after studying with the hope that the student's perspective is the same as the teacher's perspective on learning. Quality education is associated with all subjects and habits learned and instilled in school, not just cognitive knowledge. National final exam with multiple choice question will not be able to answer the question of how well students progress in the field of art, sports, and singing. This exam will not be able to evaluate the quality of education based on confidence, courage to express opinions, and democracy. In other words, it will not be able to provide comprehensive information about the quality of education. This means that the desired goal is still too far away to be achieved simply by holding a national final exam. From a constructivist perspective, final exam can be seen as an improvement rather than becoming a terrifying threat to students. This concept is introduced so that students not only study before exam but also study out time. The manifestation of constructivist theory is that problem solving involves making a final judgment in the form of a group that complements itself. Students who are used to answering questions on their own will feel more nervous, so group solving in discussion final exam with increased enthusiasm and eliminated takes anxiety. Assessments based on learning needs, interests, and characteristics will motivate students to continue learning. Factors that affect students' learning motivation are the level of learning motivation, level of learning needs, interests, and personal characteristics. Therefore, elements report to each other and arise in students' roles in internet in learning to carry out activities to achieve the goal of meeting their needs. Final assessment using constructive learning theory helps students be more proactive and develop better from the knowledge they have acquired. Indeed, each member's active participation plays an evaluative role in the final exam. The success of the final group assessment of constructivism is judged not only from the final results but also from each member's proactive contributing attitude. The final assessment of group concept in the curriculum must be optimized because it is not only based on assessment on learning outcomes but must also assess inputs, processes, and outcomes. An important factor affecting learning effectiveness is assessment factors related to the learning processes and learning outcomes. With the new concept of final group assessment, without forgetting the success indicators design in the assessment, it can be used as a solution to increase in students' interest in learning. The new concept of final group assessment also allows students to face assessments without undue anxiety because each individual can complement the other's respective strengths. The conclusion of my research is a well-designed constructive method of conducting final exams can increase students' interest in learning. Good preparation and meeting students' needs are essential so that good final exam according to constructive learning theory can increase student learning interest and expected. This research is highly recommended for designing learning activities, especially final assessment to enhance learning interest. The state of reduced interest in learning after the end of the exam can be appropriately overcome in accordance with the identified learning goals. Taking exams that can cause anxiety and cheating can be countered by implementing a group exam design so that student skills are not only considered from a cognitive perspective. This exam also addresses three aspects at the same time, which are cognitive, emotional, and psychomotor. This counts as a result of collaboration and communication between students. Thank you so much for your attention. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.